Hey book lovers, Kaylee here, and welcome back to the Enchanted Library. And today, I'm in the mood for a tag. I've wanted to do the Rip It or Ship It tag for a while. I'm really not sure how this is gonna go because I just picked names of some of my favorite couples from a bunch of random books, as well as just a few random characters here and there. And when it comes to putting all of them together, I don't know how I'm going to feel about these characters being paired off with people other than their soulmates, and a few of my OTPs are in there, and this is gonna be interesting. I have put about 12 or 13 different couples in my Ottawa Comic-Con hat, and I'm just going to shake them up and dive right in. So I'm not going to look, I'm just going to pick one and two. Okay, let's see who these are. The first person is Alexander from My Plain Jane. I just recently read this book. It came in my Owl Crate for July, the Strange and Unusual box, which I'll actually put a link to my unboxing above my head there. And I really liked Alexander. But this is kind of good because I didn't like who he ended up with in that book. So let's see who was in this hand. Okay, I swear I mixed these. I promise I mixed these. I might have to mix them a little bit more because Jane from My Plain Jane. And this is just hilarious because, yeah, plug your ears for spoilers, but these are the two people that I wanted to get together. I wanted these two to get together so bad. So I guess I ship it because I shipped it while I was reading the book. Okay, let's mix things up here, okay? We don't want to have the same thing happen. Okay, one and two. Okay, so we've got Leif from Beyond a Darkened Shore. That book I read not too long ago. It is a YA Viking kind of tale, but it's more mythological. So there are a lot of mythical creatures and gods and goddesses and some magic mixed in as well. It's kind of a mess, but we have Leif, who has his own magical abilities and is basically the leader of his own clan, and he is very self-sufficient and he can kick some major butt. So let's see who he gets paired with. Okay, alright, Richard Cypher from The Sword of Truth. One of my favorite fantasy series. I am going to add an addendum here that I'm just going to imagine that all of these people are around the same age, so then that way it's not just super weird. So we have Leif and we have Richard. And I'm wondering how this would go. So they both have magic. Okay, hold on. Let me think. This might work because they both really care about like their friends and their family. They would fight so hard for their friends and family, and they both have magic, so they could kind of understand each other in that regard. And yeah, you know what? I ship it. I would ship Leif and Richard. I'm okay with that. Next, mix things up again. Two. Okay. Who do we have? This one kind of opened already. So, oh, Kate from Onyx and Ivory. I am very excited about this one because she is a badass. She is self-sufficient, and I don't know, she's just an epic character. I love her character so much. If you have not read Onyx and Ivory, I'm going to put a link to my book talk above my head there because I just can't stop gushing about it. So let's see if whoever is in this hand deserves Kate. Alright, so we have Yelena from Poison Study. And Poison Study is one of my all-time favorite books, and Yelena is a part of one of my favorite OTPs. You know what? I would think they make actually better friends. I feel like these two could really commiserate with each other, but also support each other really strongly. So I just don't know if I see a romantic relationship there, but I would definitely ship them as like BFFs. I think they would get along really, really well. So I am shipping them as BFFs because I think that would be really fun. And you know what? I would love a book that's just based around those two characters hanging out together. I am so game for that. Okay, 1 and 2. Hopefully that's not 2 together. Okay, who do we have next? Cinder from Cinder. So we have a cyborg in the mix. All right, and Elin from Sky in the Deep. I don't know how I feel about this. So we have a cyborg who basically helps with a rebellion. And then we have a badass Viking who helps with a rebellion? Well, she helps battle. Do I see these two romantically together? That is the question. You know what? I'm gonna rip this because I think Cinder has just too many issues. Cinder, I like her, but I just feel like she's got a lot of baggage, and Elin I don't think has time for that, even though like Cinder's working on it. But yeah, I'm gonna say rip this. 2, okay. Ron Weasley from Harry Potter. Let's see who Ron gets paired with and if they can deal with him. Tessa from the Infernal Devices, another one of my OTP, well actually a couple of my OTPs. Tessa and Ron, how would that work? I might have to rip this one too. Because yes, their worlds are kind of similar, but I feel like Ron is a little bit too much of a goofball for Tessa. I feel like Tessa just needs like a classically romantic kind of guy, and Ron just isn't that. I mean, it works with Hermione because she's kind of high strung. So Ron and Hermione kind of work in that respect because he balances her out. But with Tessa, she just needs someone who will take care of her but also be able to allow her to do her own thing because she is super self-sufficient. She can do anything on her own, but she needs someone like Will. I'm just gonna say that. So second one in a row that I am going to rip. 1 and 2. Okay, so we have Jules from Everless, which is another book that I read this year, and I actually really did enjoy. For Everless, you read the synopsis and you think you're going into it to read one type of book, but by the end it's something totally different, and it's really, really fun. I cannot wait for Evermore to come out, and yeah, so read Everless if you get the chance, but Jules is the protagonist. And oh no, I don't know if I can give him up. The other person, the other character, they're not actually people, Kaelyn, let's face the facts, is Bellamy from The 100. Okay, so we have Jules and we have Bellamy. Bellamy is amazing. He's probably one of my favorites. I love Bellamy so much. Bellamy is very strong. He is pretty clear-headed. He thinks about his family and his friends first before himself, and he is loyal, not even to a fault. He is just honestly loyal. And he's a fast learner. He's everything. So there's Bellamy, and then Jules, she is very sheltered. She doesn't really understand how the world necessarily works. She was kept in the dark for a very long time, but when I guess push comes to shove, she really does fight. And I wonder if Bellamy might be good for her. I might ship this. I think Bellamy might be good for Jules. She needs like he's kind of like a bad boy, but I think she would need that. I think she would do well with Bellamy. So I'm gonna ship it. My gosh, I didn't realize how many of these I actually did. Okay. Okay, 2. Balak from Poison Study. All right, he's kind of like, his attitude is kind of like a crotchety old man, but he's so strong and sneaky. He's basically like an assassin. Well, he is an assassin, and I really like Balak. He is smart, he knows his stuff, he can defend forever, and he loves intensely. So let's see who is in this hand. Hermione. Balak and Hermione. I don't think that would work. I really don't, because Hermione, she's got way too many morals, and while yes, Valak could take care of her, I don't think she'd be able to stand him. I feel like she would be preserving the rights of so many creatures, and he would just be off killing things. I don't think she could stand his politics and vice versa, so I am going to rip this pairing. I'm just making a mess. Okay. Who do we have next? Ooh, Prince Elin from To Kill a Kingdom. Okay, so I kind of call him an anti-hero almost, because he is very out for himself, but he's also single-minded. Like, he is very focused. He's got tunnel vision, and it's very hard to dissuade him from things, but he also knows he is not a good person inherently. So let's see who I have for him. You know what? This is gonna work. Kestra from the Trader's Game, because she's kind of like Alien. She's just a little liar. I absolutely love it. She plays the game so well. I totally ship these two together. While I preferred Kestra's character to Prince Alien's character, I am totally game for these two. I think that they would just be, I feel like if there was a war or something going on, like an epic fantasy battle, I feel like these two would be in the background just playing the mind games and would end up probably being the last two standing. That one jumped away. Another one. We have Kaelyn Amnell from Sword of Truth. This is going to be tough for her because there are things about her that don't really work for other people than Richard. So, Liam from Everless. Oh, okay. So, Liam's one of those characters that I grew to love. I kind of love Liam. And then Kaelyn Amnell. The thing with Kaelyn is that she is a confessor. She's like the mother confessor, which means that if she touches someone, she can like drop the veil and then enter their mind, and they basically become enslaved to her. And if there was ever kind of, there are very specific ways that this would have to work, but if it does work, I'm so game for it, because I think that Liam and Kaelyn would go well together, because Liam is smart and he is capable of handling himself, and I feel like he would really support her in her mother confessor role because she's the last of her kind, and I think that he would really support her, and I feel like that's what she needs because she can take care of herself, and I ship it. Okay, I don't know how many more couples I have in here, but I just pulled two more. Alright, so we have Hannah, who takes drugs, and she's on a space station, and she kind of knows how to handle herself, but she definitely needs a lot of help, and she's not necessarily the smartest, but she does get better and better as the story progresses. So we have Hannah, who I'm kind of wishy-washy with. I did like her and Nick, so let's see who else I got. Simon from the Trader's Game. Oh. This might work. Simon's very protective, but you know what? Yes. Hannah and Simon, I feel like they would help each other. I do like those two together. Simon is smart. He is good at strategy. He can play the game very, very well. Hannah is, I don't want to say a pawn, but she's good with following instructions. And maybe this isn't a romantic relationship. Maybe they're just friends. I feel like, yeah, the more that I think about it, I'm not saying relationship-wise, like romantic, maybe just friends. Like if they were in the same fantasy army, that they might work well together. Yeah, I'm gonna say not romantic, but friends, and possibly allies. So yes, I'm okay with these two. The hat is getting emptier. Let's see who's next. These two, because they were put together somehow. So we have Fisk from Sky in the Deep. Alright, so we have another person who is very loyal to their family and friends and to their clan, and they will do what needs to be done for said clan and family and friends. Okay, who does he get? Oh. Apparently I pulled 2. This one's gonna go back in the hat. I didn't see who it was, but I feel like we can't do like a threesome here, okay? So, Princess Lyra from To Kill a Kingdom and Fisk. I don't think that's gonna work right off the bat, because Princess Lyra, while yes, she grew up with like a horrible mother and she learned horrible lessons, but she like grew in the end of it all. I don't think that her and Fisk would really, ooh, see, Fisk even ran away. I don't think her and Fisk would go well together. I feel like they would have 2 conflicting personalities, and I gotta rip it. Who else do we have in the hat? In the hat. It's very windy outside. Alright. Ooh, Turandot from The Bird and the Blade. Very surprising book that I ended up absolutely loving, and it ripped my heart out, and I recommend it. And Corwin from Onyx and Ivory. I love Corwin. No, I'm ripping it. I'm ripping it right away. Turandot is way too selfish. She is evil, evil. I don't like her. I don't know. She's bad. Bad news bears. Even though she thinks that she's all like smart and better than everyone else. And no, immediate. Because Corwin's too good. Corwin is just too dang good for Turandot. So I rip it. I'm even ripping it. It's not happening. 2, I hope. Last time this happened I had 3. First we have Sierra from Beyond a Darkened Shore. I don't like her so much. She was very annoying. And yeah, I ship it. Sam from Gemini. I ship it 100%. They deserve each other. Beyond a Darkened Shore, I mean, in general, I did not enjoy it. Sierra, okay, let's think about this. Sierra is she loves her family. She can control people. Sam is evil. He's just stupid. I'm okay with these 2 being together. I feel like this would be a really interesting pairing. I would love to be a fly on the wall with their relationship. So I'm gonna ship it. Alright, so we have 2 more couples in here. So let's see who the second last pair are. I can't even remember who I have left from what I put in. Roan from Everless. Okay, so Roan is very naive. He's very naive. That's the best way that I can describe him. And no. Will from Infernal Devices with Roan, that's not gonna work. Will is a romantic, he's a shadow hunter. I just don't think that him and Roan would suit each other at all. So I'm gonna say no. I am ripping that one. Let's hope the last couple is better. I don't have to do the fanfare, but I'm doing it anyway. Ooh, who could it be? These 2. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Prince Kai from Cinder, who I also feel like is kind of naive, and I feel like he needs to get his own brain instead of answering for everybody else, and just, yeah. I've got some issues with Kai. I know deep down he is good, and I'm rooting for him. I've only read Cinder and Scarlet, so I feel like there's a lot that can still happen with him. Obviously, there has to be. And, oh, right. Clark from The 100. Huh. Let me think here. Maybe? This one might work. Because you have Prince Kai, who rules his own kingdom, who is put in a bad situation that's very difficult to get out of, but he also doesn't fight too much for himself. And then you have Clark, who is very capable, like she can take care of herself, she can handle herself, she is medically trained, so she might be able to help with the infection, you never know. You know what, not romantic. Thinking about it more, I don't see these 2 as romantic, but they might work out well as like he hires her to be a medical person in his kingdom could possibly work. So I'm gonna say another pair that I'm not gonna say romantically ship, but I friendship them. Yeah, I friendship them. Okay, so that is me attempting my first rip it or ship it. Let me know in the comments down below if you rip or ship any of these characters or pairings that I came up with, and if you have any other arguments for or against, because yes, I do understand that there is still a lot of arguments that could be made for a lot of these, but I would love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content. Put out new videos every weekend and a few bonus videos throughout. I'm very excited because coming up is the Booktubeathon, and I'm going to be filming a vlog for that, so stay tuned. Probably going to go up in a couple of weeks, but I guess until next time, keep reading.